What if I told you that one of the greatest robberies in modern history involved no weapons, no bloodshed, and yet over $100 million worth of diamonds disappeared from one of the most secure vaults on Earth, with cameras, motion detectors, infrared sensors, and armed guards watching every inch? Still, a gang of thieves walked away with bags full of untraceable stones. And to this day, most of those diamonds were never found. This is the story of the Antwerp Diamond Heist, the so-called heist of the century. And it's not just a robbery, it's a masterclass in patience, precision, and betrayal. Antwerp, Belgium, a quiet, charming city with cobblestone streets and old European beauty. But underneath all that class and calm is a billion-dollar underground economy, the global diamond trade. Over 80% of the world's rough diamonds pass through Antwerp's diamond district. And at the heart of it all was the Antwerp Diamond Center, a fortress of security, surveillance, and steel, with 2 floors underground, an uncrackable vault, and security systems designed to catch even the most professional thieves. This is where millions of dollars in diamonds were stored every night. But in early 2003, someone decided to take it all. Enter Leonardo Notarbartolo, a slick, charismatic Italian thief who posed as a wealthy diamond dealer for over 2 years in Antwerp. He wasn't just casing the place, he was infiltrating the system. He rented office space in the Diamond Center, made friends with real dealers, even became a familiar face to security. Nobody suspected a thing, because in their minds, he was one of them. But behind the scenes, Leonardo was forming a team. Each member had a unique skill: alarm disabler, lock picker, electrician, driver. They called themselves the School of Turin, a group of Italian criminals known for pulling off impossible jobs. This was going to be their biggest one yet. The vault they were targeting was 2 floors underground, protected by 10 layers of security. Let's break that down. Infrared heat detectors, magnetic field sensors, seismic detectors, dual lock time delays, keypad codes and metal doors, and 24-hour surveillance cameras. It was, for all intents and purposes, impossible to crack. But Leonardo's team found a way. For over a year, they planned every move. They built a full replica of the vault, practiced every step, and slowly collected blueprints, codes, and patterns through Leonardo's legit presence in the building. They even hid a tiny camera in the ceiling tiles above the security keypad to secretly record guards entering the code. One of their key discoveries: a blind spot in the vault's camera system, and a way to bypass the magnetic field sensor using a piece of aluminum. Yes, aluminum foil. Every detail of the plan felt like a Hollywood movie, but this was real. The heist began on Saturday night, February 15th, 2003. It was the weekend of Valentine's Day. The Diamond Center was closed. The perfect window. The crew entered through a discreet service entrance in the back of the building. They covered the security cameras, disarmed the magnetic field alarm with aluminum foil, bypassed the keypad using the code they recorded weeks earlier. And once inside, they went to work on the vault. It took hours. They unscrewed the vault door panel, avoiding the alarm sensors. Then they used custom-made tools to open over 100 safe deposit boxes. Diamonds, gold, cash certificates. Gone. By Sunday morning, they vanished into the night. On Monday morning, February 17th, employees walked into the Diamond Center and were stunned. The vault was open, boxes destroyed. Over 123 of them had been looted. The estimated value of what was stolen? Between $100 to $130 million, and not a single alarm had been triggered. The security team and police were completely baffled. No signs of forced entry, no clear camera footage. It looked like magic, or an inside job. So how did they get caught? It wasn't high-tech surveillance, or genius detectives. It was trash. Just outside Antwerp, Leonardo had rented a small farm hideout to stash the loot. And in a moment of panic or carelessness, they dumped some leftover gear and food wrappers in a forest nearby. The The landowner got suspicious, called the police, and investigators found bags with evidence, including receipts, DNA, and documents tied to Leonardo. That single mistake unraveled everything. Leonardo was arrested, and soon after, his crew was identified. Here's the part that still confuses investigators to this day. Only a fraction of the diamonds have ever been recovered. Where did the rest go? Some believe they were smuggled across borders into private collections. Others think the crew hid them and never told a soul. And then, there's the theory that Leonardo never even named everyone involved. That someone else still has the treasure. Leonardo was sentenced to 10 years in prison, but he never revealed what happened to the diamonds. And to this day, over $100 million worth is still missing. The Antwerp Diamond Heist wasn't just a robbery. It was a statement that even the most secure places on Earth aren't immune to human patience, planning, and flaws. It exposed massive vulnerabilities in the global diamond trade. It forced security companies to rethink every sensor and vault design, and it left behind a story that feels more like fiction than fact. Hollywood has tried to adapt it, but no version is more thrilling than the real story. In the world of true crime, some stories are shocking, some are brutal, and some are just undeniably brilliant. The Antwerp Diamond Heist wasn't just a robbery. It was a calculated piece of criminal engineering. It had no bloodshed, no alarms blaring in the night, no chaotic chase through city streets. Just patience, precision, and a level of dedication that most people would never associate with thieves. What makes this heist so fascinating isn't just the amount stolen. It's how these men did the unthinkable, legally entering one of the most secure vaults on the planet. They didn't break in through a rooftop or blow open doors with explosives. They became part of the system, gained its trust, studied its weak points from within. It's a reminder that sometimes the greatest threat isn't brute force, it's subtle infiltration. Leonardo Notarbartolo and his crew proved that time is the most dangerous weapon in a criminal's arsenal. They spent years planning, observing, rehearsing, and in one silent weekend, they took down an institution that thought it was untouchable. Even with arrests, even with evidence, the most important part of the heist, the diamonds, remains lost to this day. That's what keeps the story alive. The mystery, the possibility that someone, somewhere, is sitting on a treasure worth over $100 million, just waiting for the right moment. But this wasn't a movie. It wasn't fiction. It happened in real life. And it left behind more than missing diamonds. It left behind questions about trust, security, and how far someone will go for the perfect score. The Antwerp Diamond Heist isn't just the story of a robbery. It's the story of how human intelligence, when focused on the wrong goal, can outsmart even the most advanced systems in the world. And it begs the question, if this was possible in 2003, what else is possible now? Some crimes fade into history, but this one keeps glimmering like a loose diamond in the shadows, forever unsolved, forever legendary.